on my phone. We'll just use my.
Clayton Homes of Burleson is committed to helping you and your family find the manufactured home of your dreams. Come tour our fully furnished display models to see available features and floor plans. Have you dreamed of owning a home that you can customize to fit your style? Our friendly team members are experts in showing you our homes that fit your needs and your budget. We are proud to be able to offer new, energy, smart zero homes that can save you even more money in the high-quality Clayton-built home. Stop by our home center to start your home buying journey today. Conveniently located at 3275 South Burleson Boulevard, that is I-35 West at exit 30, or visit our website at claytonhomesburleson.com. Clayton Homes of Burleson, proud Rattler supporter.
Hey everybody, and welcome into another exciting episode of Experience the Burleson Difference. I am your host, as always, David Wood, and this is my main man right over here. Oh my goodness, they can't see us.
They can't see us.
They can't see us. That's not good. We got to cover that. There you go. I am your host, as always, David Wood. This is my main man right here. This is Carl Nunn, General Manager over here at Clayton Homes of Burleson, which right now we hold the moniker, man. We have the moniker. You cannot buy a Clayton home for less money anywhere else in the state of Texas.
Ain't no place else got less prices than we do. You know why?
Because we're the best.
Well, we made every effort to make sure that we do that. I've combed the interwebs probably twice a week and look at all the likely suspects that may or may not have a cheaper price than us, and I make sure that we are the cheapest price. So, folks, if you're looking for the lowest price on a Clayton home in the state of Texas, you found it. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to travel very far. It's right here at Clayton Homes in Burleson.
That's right. And all you got to do is come over here and experience what that is. You can experience all the other stuff that truly makes up the Burleson Difference. When we talk about Burleson Difference,
that's right.
It's more than just the price. It's the total overall experience that you're going to get here at Clayton Homes Burleson. And today we're going to feature the Clayton Epic Adventure Series, which is one of my favorite series, Carl. This gives you a high quality home at a low quality price. And that's definitely what people are looking for nowadays. All right.
Well, of everything that we have here, and we have 7 different factories that we offer houses from, I will tell you by far, this is the best value.
This is the best value.
It is the best value by far.
Bar none.
Folks, we started what's called a true. And on a true, if you were an investor, or if you were someone needing a home, very first home, and you need something inexpensive but built well, that's where we would start. We would talk about true. Epic is the next step. And here's the neat thing about the Epic series. It's built right here in Fort Worth. So when I say it's the best value for a lot of reasons. One is what it offers you. Second one, you don't pay very much for freight, do you?
No, you don't. They're only 2 hours away.
2 hours?
Yeah, it's I-35, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. It's 17 minutes by the crow flies, but 2 hours by the car.
Well, by the way David drives. So, by the way I drive, yes, about 2 hours. But anybody else, probably 20 minutes. But no, it is. It's very, very convenient. And here's another thing that's convenient about it. You want to go down there, we can actually arrange factory tours for our customers. You can go out there, purchase a home here. We'll take you out there while it's being built. And that's a neat experience for a lot of home buyers, is to be actually able to see how it's built. Because when you get those stick builts out there in the mud where they lay your materials out there where all the elements can get to it for 6 months,
let it get rained on.
Yeah. While they're doing that, you can see something getting built, right? Well, here at Clayton Homes, if you want to see your home getting built, you're not going to get rained on ever, because we're going to be in a climate-controlled environment, and we're going to be able to show you actually how that process goes. Of course, we also, if you want to take it easier, like me, you might want to watch some of the videos we got up here.
Yeah. We got lots of videos up for you guys, and really, there's so much information, and it's we get long-winded sometimes. So David always reminds me, hey, Carl, cut it short. But there's so much information, guys, and if you watch the previous podcast also as well, that'll help you. You can go to YouTube and look up the Clayton Burleson, the Burleson Difference.
That's correct.
And you'll find that there, Clayton Homes, the Burleson Difference on podcast, and that's off on your YouTube channel. You can also go to our Facebook page and find links to some of them there as well. Now, what I will tell you is just what you said a minute ago, David. You can call us. We'll get a hold of Bailey Blackburn. He's our representative for Clayton Epic Adventure. And then what we do is we set up a time to go take a factory tour. Like you said, it takes about 2 hours to get there, so plan accordingly. It's only 17 miles, but 2 hours. And then we'll take a trip up there, and you can actually see the factory where the houses get built. Now, I'll always tell you, how do you want your car to be built? If you were to buy a vehicle, a car, would you like them to bring all the miscellaneous parts and dump them in your driveway and someone come build it in your driveway? Or would you rather have it built in the factory? Obviously, you're going to tell me the factory.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because in a factory, what do they have?
They're going to streamline it.
They're going to streamline it.
Exactly.
Exactly right. They have processes.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's going to be inspected along the way. If it don't pass muster.
And it's out of the elements.
Exactly.
And there's labor saving because you have an assembly line. Mr. Ford did that years and years ago, invented the assembly line. So all you guys that still talk about site-built houses, they're not built in an assembly line. So they're going to cost you more naturally. Now, I will tell you this. The labor portion of building a manufactured home is about 17%.
Yeah.
Okay, which is insane, folks. You're not paying 60, 70% labor to build your house. You're getting more money for your, more home for your money because we're only spending about 17% of your money on labor because we do the same thing every day. Cabinet builder builds cabinets, framer fills the frames, roofer builds the roof. I mean, that's what we do every day. And so it makes sense. And if you look at it in person and you see the way the factory builds them, it really, really does, confirm with you that this is the better way to build a house. And I truly believe it. I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I was a factory rep for 13 of it, and building a house in the factory makes sense.
Yep.
So we'd love for you to come visit the factory, take a tour, see what they have to build, look at the floor plans that are available. And in this epic adventure series, we're standing in the Fiji right now. The Fiji is one of the newest houses, or is the newest house in this product line. In fact, it's not even on the board behind you.
Yeah, it is. It's right here.
Oh, we got a new board. Okay.
Yeah, new board. This is the Fiji, 1,580 square feet, which is a 28 by 60. Is if people want to talk box size, that's what that is. And it has a 4-bedroom option, which is really cool. Or you can go with the den option, which is what we have here. And you also have a 3-bedroom, you have a 4-bedroom, and then we have a 4-bedroom that can be converted into a 5-bedroom. So there's 4 double wide sections that they make and only 2 single wide sections. Why is that important, Carl, that they only have 6 models that they carry from this big old plant here in Fort Worth, Texas?
Well, if you stop and think about it, folks, every time you build what I call a snowflake, if it's something new, something different, what happens is that's going to be slower. It's not going to be efficient, and just takes more time. Time is money.
Yep.
So if you only have 5 or 6 floor plans you're building, then you get real good at those 5 or 6 floor plans. Yeah. And so it's more efficient. It's time saving. It's money saving for you also as well. So they get really good at building the floor plans that they do build, and makes it easier for you as a customer. Because if you come in, you don't have to bother your mind with 1,000 different choices. It's A or B, 1 or 2, 3 or 4, and we can really, get down to the brass tacks pretty quick on what the house is going to cost you. And you're going to find it for less than anywhere else in Texas. We already told you about that.
That's right.
And then you're going to be able to put the options that are available. You're going to be able to pick those out yourself, order your house from Fort Worth. And if you want to go look at your house in production, you can. If you want to go take a factory tour before you order your house, you can. Or if you just want to wait till that house gets here, you can do that too as well.
There you
go. A lot of folks do that. But I will tell you, this house that we're standing in starts at $94,995 for a 28 by 60, 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom house.
Yep.
Folks, that is insane. Like I said, great value. This is a great value. Okay. Now, the house that we're standing in has some options. Not a whole ton of options, but we have some options in it also as well. One is smart panel siding. That's a big one. We have the upgraded appliance package, which comes standard with it. You're going to love it. It's stainless steel package. And then, our coffee bar, the kitchen area, the appliances, the upgraded insulation. There's so much in this house that there is to offer you, with delivery, with setup, with skirting, with AC, with steps, blocking 6 foot on center, putting in a vapor barrier the way it's supposed to be done, the correct way to set a house. The skirting, which we use rustic rib instead of just same old sheet vinyl.
Plain vinyl,
so you've got some weed eater resistance and also some stone resistance. And I'll warranty it personally. If for some reason there's a panel in your skirting that you hit it with a weed eater and it does create a hole or a rock goes through it, bring me that panel, I'll replace it. It's easy for us. We'll take care of you. And we want to take care of you long term.
To the original owner.
To the original owner.
Okay, now look, we got to get into this. I thought I was going to be able to do this on my phone, but apparently we're going to have too much feedback on the electronics. However, I have another way to do it. Carl's lovely face is going to be on the screen for just a minute. And as I show the product, he's going to tell you what we're looking at and how we're doing it. Now, there's a couple of places we're not going to be able to go into, but I'm going to come over to the board and kind of show it. And then it'll be a big surprise when you come over here. Of course, you can always go to our Facebook page. I have a brand new video out where I custom toured this whole house, and you can see it on that site as well. On the Facebook page, which is Clayton Homes Burleson.
And I will tell you that since we were the very first sales center to ever have this house.
That's right.
If you go online and look at the 360 presentation that's online, you're actually seeing our house.
Yeah.
So what you see online and what you come look at here is exactly the same thing. So if you're one of those visual people that have to have it visually, you can come in and see it right here. If you can look at it on the computer and feel comfortable with that, you can do it that way too as well. But we're going to give you a quick walk around.
Yeah, we're going to do as much as we can.
Yes.
With as far as this cable will allow me.
Well, the first thing I want you to do is, if you can focus in or zoom in on e-built features. Okay. So the first thing you need to realize, folks, is we build all our houses to Energy Star 0 rating. So the U.S. government came to us and said, hey, we would love Clayton Homes as one of the largest builders of homes in the nation to build all your houses to Energy Smart 0 and be the leader in housing. And so we said, yes, we can do that. Okay. In return, they've offered a rebate. Okay. The rebate goes to the manufacturer. And what we did is instead of charging you more, we just took the rebate and went ahead and did it and did not pass any of that additional cost over to you. So you're going to get all the Energy Smart 0 features, the upgraded insulation, the hybrid hot water heaters, the low E argon gas windows, the LED lighting, all those things that we're talking about, and that we'll show you why you come here. All those are part of that, Energy Smart 0 rating. You're going to get extremely low utility bills, and you're going to save about 40 to 50% on your utility bills on a similar size house that does not have Energy Smart 0 features. So what we really want you to do is to come in and visit with us, because that way we can really take the time to talk to you about it. But we also want to show you in a quick video. So you have the 6 different floor plans that we're building now. And then as you see the Fiji here, this is the new one. The 3 bedrooms plus an additional den. That's a neat spot, flexible area. You can have it as a den, or if you want to do it with a 4-bedroom option, you could. And so then you have 4 bedrooms in a 28 by 60 format. These sizes are actually the best value for you, because when you get below a 56-foot house, folks, you might go shopping somewhere else and find a house smaller than that. What you have to realize is you have the same kitchens, same bathrooms, same freight, same cost to deliver, same cost to set up in a smaller house. So your square footage cost skyrockets when you get below a 28 by 56 or approximately 1,500 square foot. So these square footage sizes are a great value. Your square footage cost per foot goes way down, and it goes down even further as you get into the Morocco and as you get into the Rainier. So we really, really want you guys to come by and visit with us. Look at the houses first. Find out what's right for you and your family. Look at the sizes and pick out what you need for your family. That's the most important thing. And you know what, folks? We have 7 different factories. We're talking about the Epic series today, but you might find our NXT line out of Athens if you want tape and texture. You might want to go even bougier. What's bougier?
Fancy
okay.
pants,
which is our Waco
Benton,
2, right? Oh, fancy pants.
Yeah, like Waco 2. But I tell you what, the Athens line as well. We're going to be visiting with her in a couple of weeks, and we're going to actually see the factory on one of our podcasts. That's going to be really, really good. I think it's the 22nd. And on that podcast, she's going to actually show the factory, the inside of the factory.
He says she is Victoria.
Victoria Talley.
There you go.
She's one of our top reps. If she was to draft a fantasy football team, she would show up.
Ooh, that's a Shot over the bow.
Shots fired to the Epic rep, Mr.
Bailey.
Blackburn. Yes.
He was sick that day. I keep telling you he was sick that day. You got to cut some people some slack, David. It's
I'll
okay.
cut you some slack a little bit. Okay. We're not going to be able to show a whole lot on the podcast today, but I do want you to go to our Facebook page and check out that tour. It is amazing. It's a really good job. The narrator, I mean, that guy, man, it was such a good job.
Who did that?
Such a good, yeah, I think it was me. But we've got so much to show you here, and that's what Carl's talking about. We've got so many deals, but we're excited about this house because not only does it offer that den option, but Carl, it's got a new bathroom, and this is brand new for the Epic line. It has the separate tub shower, whereas before you either got the tub shower one piece or you got the large shower. Now we're going to give you that large shower, but we're going to give you that separate glamour tub. And so that option is here on our sales center. And that's something that Epic kind of held back for a little bit to keep the costs down. This house, the way you see it, delivered, set up, the rustic rib skirting all the way around the house, the smart comfort carrier heat pump installed, properly sized to your home, 2 6x8 decks front and back off this beautiful sliding glass door here, and a residential front door, I might add. You get all of that, plus you get a home buyer's protection plan for 5 years, $128,306. That's crazy.
Folks, you can cut me a check for $128,306. There's not going to be a hidden fee. You're not going to get bumped when you get here. The only thing that's not included in that cost are your site improvements on your property. So if you needed a septic, if you needed a driveway, we don't know what those costs are because we haven't gone out there to see your property yet. But when you get here, we'll go ahead and get you an approval. We'll go ahead and get enough monies to do those things. We'll go out and give you a proper bid, and you'll know exactly what that cost is. But the house, as you see it, delivered, setup, skirting, AC, and steps, if you did your own utilities or just did the reconnections, would be $128,306.
That's super cheap.
Under $130,000 for a 1,500 square foot house. That's unheard of.
This is almost 1,600 square foot, Carl. Yeah. Oh, 1,580.
I keep thinking of the Rio.
Yeah,
this is so
1,580. This is the Rio on steroids, folks. It's a really if you've seen the Rio before, you're going to just throw rocks at it once you see this. It is truly, truly an exceptional home. And that house, this price, I don't see lasting very long. It's just like everything else. Once it catches up, that price is going to elevate. So get it while it's new and while we have this big special going on. Now, we have started the sign and save event. Mm-hmm. Save and sign?
Sign and save.
Sign and save. We've just started this event. And during this event, Carl got, and I'm telling stuff he don't want me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. He got this little booklet. And in that booklet, it's got all kinds of discounts and special gifts and all kinds of fun stuff.
So we'll typically sell about 8 to 10 houses a month, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sometimes more.
Okay. So 8 to 10 houses a month. And I have 8 to 10 coupons to give out per month.
Yeah.
So if you want to be one of those first customers to come in, I have some $2,500 gift card coupons. So you can get a gift card after you receive your house. I can get $2,500 additional off the $128,306.
That's correct.
Which is even a crazier price for you. And I can also do a free washer and dryer.
Yeah. And so if you come in and
earlier in the month, you might get the big ones.
Yeah. If you come in and you say, hey, I saw this on the podcast, immediately we're going to get you to that coupon book. Other people, they're not even going to be told about this. So the only place you're going to hear about it is on the podcast. We're not going to broadcast it on any of other social media platforms or anything like that. Only right here on the podcast. Now, one thing we ask you to do is subscribe to the podcast, please. We need to get our numbers up, and tell a friend. If you know somebody in the market or not in the market, just want to see a good podcast with a great looking individual, there you go.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, David.
You're welcome,
Thank
Carl.
you, David. We do want you to get in tune with the podcast, because there is a lot of information that we give away on the podcast, and from time to time, as our events change and our offers change, you get the information on those things. But I will say this: we want your business. We also pay referral fees. So we want your family and your friends' business. So if you refer someone to us, call us, say, hey, I've got a family or a friend that I want to refer to you. And if they do come in and purchase the home, we'll send you a check for $500. There's no catch. All you got to do is give us your name and tell us, hey, I'm sending so-and-so. And if they come in and buy a home, you get a check. You can make a living off that. 4 or 5 of those months.
We have had customers who have sent us multiple customers before,
Yes.
and they've made a hefty little additional income to their monthly deal. Now, check this out, folks. Carl was talking about this earlier. That is the eBelt home features. If you go back to on some of our other past podcasts, you will actually hear us talking exclusively about what those features are and how they work. More importantly, I want you to come in. I want to test people. I want to make sure that all of our sales consultants know what these features are and they can talk about them and everything. So if you're not already acquainted with them, and Carl did a great job explaining all of those, then ask your sales consultant, hey, tell me why Energy Smart Zero is such a great value. All right, now I've opened up the blinds so we get a little bit more light in here and looking a little bit prettier on the podcast here. Okay, so we've got some other things going on, Carl. Not in addition to the Save and Sign event, we've got a lot of stuff going on, and we've got several different lenders. Now, we're going to touch on a couple here today, but there's several other different lenders and there's different types of mortgages. There's home only, there's land in lieu or land equity loan. There's also land home, which a lot of people like land home. We can also put you in a community, and that's a home only loan on steroids. So it's a really good deal. And we still have some of those out there. And Carl, I saw him the other day, and I said, why is your pencil so small? And he said, I've sharpened it so much to lower these prices, David. We got to get these down. We want to get rid of all of our existing inventory in the communities so that we can get our new plan back in for 2025. All right. Your land is your down payment through Vanderbilt. You want to tell everybody why this is such a great program?
Well, in the shortest explanation I can give you is, if you have land, then you have a house.
You own a home.
You can own a home. If you have land already, then you own a home. Okay. You can come in, use your land as collateral, means your land is your down payment. And we've waived the appraisal fees. We've waived the appraisal amount, meaning that there is no appraisal done. So if you have land, you essentially have what you need for the down payment. It's really important that you let us know when you come in that that's what you want to do, so we can make sure and direct you, to the different lenders that offer that. But people call all the time. Well, Carl, I need to know if I qualify. How much down? How much is my payment going to be? Well, I can't answer that over the phone easily. And the reason being is there's a little thing called Dodd-Frank that went out there a while back. I'm not a mortgage loan officer by law. And so it has to be a third party that you work with. So what we do is we facilitate your application. Mm-hmm. You come in, fill out an application, and you'll let us know based on our conversation what lenders you want to send that application to. So it's one application that we can send to several different lenders. Let them shop you as far as all the different offerings that they have. So you'll get an approval through 3 or 4 different banks, hopefully, and then you can see what the interest rates are. You can see what the down payments are. You can see what programs that they offer, and do what's best for you and your family. But owning your land already puts you way ahead of everyone else. It's a barrier that you've overcome, because now you have a place to put it and you have a down payment also. So, being in that situation, and a lot of people don't know that if you own land, you don't have to have a down payment. That's really what I want to fire home. If you own land, you don't have to have a down payment.
That's right.
And we can finance the improvements that you need also as well. So that well, that septic, that driveway, we can finance those items also as well.
How good my credit's got to be?
Credits? You know what, folks? We've gone down to 580, but really there is no minimum credit score when you're doing land in lieu. And also remember this: if you have a piece of property, let's say it's a large piece of property, 10 acres, and all you want to do is put a single wide on there for now until you build later. Okay. With a lot of other lenders, okay, they're going to have a percentage of the loan can be a house, and a percentage of it can be land. Okay. We don't do that. Okay. So when you come in, you can do what you want to do to have some flexibility. So we want you to come in, sit down, talk to one of our able sales reps. They can go through some of these programs with you, kind of explain to you how they work. But just know, if you have land, you have collateral, you have a home.
And if you don't want to talk to an able sales consultant, we can get Jason with them.
Oh, man, that's
No,
just not
that's
very
just
nice.
not nice. That's
Just
not nice.
nice.
I'm just teasing. Jason's great. We got a great sales staff. And speaking of that, I always have to mention this on every podcast that if you habla de español,
Yes.
you can call this number right here that's on the phone that's scrolling across the bottom right now. You call that, you ask for Raul Swaswa. He's Swaswa. And you call him and you say, hey, listen, I want to set up an appointment. I feel more comfortable speaking in the Spanish, and he's your guy. You want to talk to him. If you talk Swahili, you want to talk to Jason. Jason's your guy. You want to talk, Texican. Well, me and Benton can handle that.
Y'all can handle that.
We can handle that. Also, I want to tell you about Cascade real quick. We were talking about the financing. They have this Land Smart program going on right now. No appraisal required. So
That's
what
right.
that means is that your land, it can be, as long as it fits the house and it's within the guidelines that's mandated by that community that you live in, you can put that house there. There's not going to be an appraisal amount that says that, you can't do zero down because you don't have enough property. You're still going to be zero down depending on your debt to income and
Now, I will say this, okay?
that sort of thing.
With Cascade you just spoke of, this is something that hit me yesterday because we were talking to our rep the other day. If you're coming in and using the Land Smart program, you can also purchase land.
Yes, you can.
So if you don't have a place to put a house, you can use the Land Smart program, and they'll give you equity for any amount that the appraisal comes over the land amount. So if you're able to buy a piece of land from a family member and it's somebody who loves you, and the property's worth $120,000, you want to put $80,000 in their pocket, it benefits both of you. It gives them some cash, and it also gives you some collateral, so you can use that as a down payment for a house as well. So no money has to change hands to us, but your family member or your friend can sell their property at lower than the market value to you. They can receive some money, and you can receive the collateral for the equity in the property.
We have a family member that wants to take that equity and in turn pay cash on land improvements, which is fine. And in a lot of cases on these land equity loans, we can actually roll in those improvements, being that you can qualify debt to income on the payment. So come in. The first step is to come in, Carl. We just can't say it enough.
We're not high pressure.
No.
Okay? So what David just said is exactly what we want you to do. We want you to come in, and the question we'll most likely ask you is, what do you want to accomplish today?
Yep.
Most of you just have questions, and that's okay. We had a member of our upper management team come by the other day, and they threw up a slide, and they showed all the stores in our area, and they said, who are the friendliest people, who give the best welcomes, who give the most information. And guess what, guys? We rated number one. Number one. We're here doing this podcast for you. There's nobody else doing that. And so if you want information, then you've got the right place to go at Clayton Homes in Burleson. We can give you the information you need to make a decision for you and your family. And without information, you may not be able to make a decision. We had a gentleman the other day come in from Alvarado. He's outside of the city of Alvarado, so he's in the county of Johnson County. Well, you may not know Johnson County has a 1 acre, 1 house, 1 septic rule. So if you want to put 2 houses on a piece of property, then you got to have at least 2 acres. Well, they don't know that. And you may not know that unless you come in and talk to somebody, and we're willing to give you that information so you can immediately make better decisions by getting the information that you need. If you're thinking you can do something, you think you can, you
probably can.
When you come in here, you'll know that you can.
Yeah.
And that way you can make a decision. And so we really just ask that you give us the opportunity to come in and visit. You can call us at 817.
Yeah, 817-783-5200.
Scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Look at the bottom of the screen, 783-5200. And so you come in, ask for one of our reps. If you set the appointment, that's even better, so we can set some time aside to really sit down and talk to you, kind of let us know what your situation is. If you're ready to go, then bring us some things that we need. Bring us some check stubs. Bring us a survey. Bring us your taxes. Bring us those items that you can if you're ready to go, and we'll make things go even faster. We also have lenders that have express portals. So when the lender needs something, you can scan it and send it directly to the lender. You you could physically be here visiting with us within 2 weeks, closing on a house, and within another 2 or 3 weeks, if the house is here, you could be living in that house.
Absolutely.
We could be giving you the keys, and so it can happen faster than you think if you come in and see us.
Hey, you know what? Just standing here, just think about it. This is a comfortable home, is it not?
No, it's
This
beautiful.
is so warm and inviting. There's a den on this end. I wish we could have walked you through it, folks. But again, go to our Facebook page, walk through that thing, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's got a coffee bar over here. It's got more storage than what you'll know what to do with. And with the glamour bath and the big, nice den over here and the good sized bedrooms, this is just a winner chicken dinner.
Well, better yet, come in Saturday.
Yes. Saturday, we are going to have open house. We always have open house on Saturdays if it's good weather. And I have been told by my good friend up above that it's going to be good weather on Saturday. So y'all come on out and visit us. Y'all can walk through the homes. If you see something that you like, just take a picture, because our prices and the name of the homes are on each and every refrigerator. So you can do that and then come in and go, hey, tell me about this house.
Did you hear that,
we'll
folks?
tell you all about it.
No pressure.
No pressure.
The doors to the houses are open.
Mm-hmm. Just come wake us up.
You can get out and walk around. If you'd like to have somebody out in the houses with you to answer questions for you, more than happy to do that. If you want to just be the freedom of liberty to walk around the house and look at it, nobody else is offering you that, folks. Nobody else is offering you that. So you have an option on how you want to view the houses. And like he said, the prices are on the refrigerator door of all of our homes. So what you can do is you can browse the houses. If you find one you like, simply take a picture with your phone of the refrigerator door tag. When you come inside, you can say, hey, I like the Fiji. And then we can give you more information on the house. We can even write up a sales worksheet with the pricing and everything. And then if you want, we can sit down with you and take an application.
Absolutely.
What,
about 10 minutes of your time?
10 or 15 minutes to fill out the application. Yeah. We do it on an iPad nowadays. We don't sit there and make you have to fill it out by hand. You do it on an iPad.
Soft mortgage pull, Carl. Tell them.
Yeah, soft mortgage pull also as well. Hard and soft. A soft pull doesn't hurt your credit as much, because when we pull a soft pull, it means I'm thinking about making a purchasing decision and I want to send it in. A hard pull is when you are actually submitting an application for something that you're going to purchase.
Yeah.
So soft pull versus hard pull. Hard pull will bring your credit scores down 10, 12, 15 points maybe. Yeah. A soft pull may or may not bring it down at all.
Yeah.
And so we want you to know, and we're only pulling that one time for several different lenders. So that's important for you to understand that.
Yes.
Okay. But the most important thing is you come in and see us. That's the most important thing. I'm looking outside the beautiful window up there. I'm getting all the garden, the landscaping fixed up today.
Carl's going to have
the yard tomorrow.
Mowing the yard, and then Carl's going to have popcorn populating. We got ice cold water out there, some coffee.
I might pass that ice cream.
Ain't no telling what we're going to do.
We might do hot dog. You just never know on a good weather Saturday. And this is supposed to be a 72-degree day this Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful outside, folks.
I'm going to talk to the husbands directly right now. Do you want to stay home really Saturday and just sit around and do honeydews and whatnot? No. You want to pack her in the car. You want to bring her out here. You want to show her her new home.
That's
and boy,
right.
Just tell me how nice she's going to be to you once you do that.
Well, and for the next 5 years, you have a warranty. So if there are any honeydews, they're probably going to be mine.
There you go. Carl's going to show up with a tool belt.
So we'll take care of you. You got a 5-year warranty on the house. And so you're not going to have to worry about that anymore. And really, folks, Energy Smart Zero, you're going to save 40 to 50% on your energy bills. Even more important, you're going to be comfortable in your house.
Yeah.
A lot of folks out there are spending $400 or $500 a month in the hot Texas summers to cool their house down, and they're really not cooling their house down. They walk in there and it's still hot and humid. You're not going to do that in one of our houses, folks. You're going to walk in one of our houses. You're going to be comfortable. The temperatures are going to be set. The humidity is going to be right, and you're going to save 40 to 50% on your utility bill. So that $400, $500, $600 utility bill becomes $200.
Yeah.
$150.
45 to 50%.
So now you have more money to pay off a car, pay off credit cards, pay off other things. So you save money and you're comfortable. And that's really what it's all about, folks. The house needs to function and serve your family, not you serve your home.
That's right. And I tell you what, I'm excited about this. We're going to try to wrap things up for today, but Just remember, we're introducing the new Fiji home. We want you to come out Saturday, take a look at her, take a look at all the other homes. This may or may not be your slice of tea, but remember, this can be a 3-bedroom with a den, or it can be a 4-bedroom, and it's going to be the most affordable house on the market today with these upgrades. We're talking about overhead air. We're talking about 8-foot sidewalls. We're talking about the LED lighting, all those Energy Smart Zero options that we talked about. And we didn't even scratch the surface on our Samsung appliances and all the other things.
So much more to show you.
That's why you need to come in. You need to see what we got going on. And we still have a few homes that are ready to go with the furniture and decor, because we don't want to unpack it. We just, that's
come
too
in
much
and say the
energy.
magic word. Come in and say red tag. Say, I heard about the red tag houses on the podcast. What does red tag mean? It means we brought the home in. It served its purpose. It was our display unit. It's been here for at least a year. It's decorated and ready to go. So you're going to buy it at last year's prices. And because you're not buying at today's prices, we also throw in the furniture and decor. And so you're basically paying what you would have paid for a new home, but you get the new home with furniture and decor also as well. And so, and because those are a little bit older homes, we're able to wheel and deal some.
Yeah. And Carl even said that if you pay the tag price on these red tag homes, if you pay the tag price, but you want to order one, he'll go ahead and order it for you.
Well,
that's what you said.
We will talk about that. We'll talk about that. There's a thing called tariffs coming in here lately, and so we've got to talk about that. But we'll see what the prices are. I will try to hold to the price as much as I can, and don't let tariffs scare you away, folks. They really haven't affected us as much as you think they have. And I will tell you this: Clayton will price protect you. Okay, so you heard horror stories during COVID, where someone came in and bought a house, and 3 months later, when the house came from the factory, the price was $10,000 or $15,000 higher. We would never do that to you. No. When we sit down and we negotiate the price with you and we sign off on it, the price stays the same no matter what.
Price is price.
Price is the price, folks.
There you go.
We appreciate y'all. Better selection, better prices, open house Saturday.
That's absolutely right. And, like I said, there's no better place. You cannot buy the home less anywhere else. So don't even bother. Just come on down here and we'll take good care of you. We appreciate you tuning in. Always tune in to the podcast. Subscribe that button on YouTube, and we'll catch you back next week. And until then, God bless, and we'll see you down the road.